Sashikal students, today we are here to discuss the trigonometric ratios for specific angles. By these specific angles, I mean 0 degree, 90 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree and 45 degree. These are the angles for which in most of the sums normally the value for trigonometric ratios is required. So in order to understand the trigonometric ratios for 0 degree and 90 degree especially, let's take the help of GeoGebra software. So here you go students. So see students, I'm having a right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, this black line is the hypotenuse of the triangle, which is also radius of the circle. The green line perpendicular, or you can say it is the opposite side to angle theta. This angle is theta. And this color, let's say red color line represented by the red arrow x is basically adjacent side to this angle theta. Interesting thing, you see students, as I am increasing the angle, you see, I'm increasing the angle, what's happening? The green arrow is increasing and the red arrow is decreasing. Please observe once again. Let's say the angle is 0 degree here. Now the angle is slowly increasing, theta angle I mean to say. As the angle is increasing students, you see my length of opposite side represented by green arrow y is increasing. Hope you can see. And interestingly, as my theta tends to be close to 90 degree, my opposite side tries to become equal to radius of the circle. Here you see, now the theta is 90 degree, my perpendicular or my opposite side to theta is equal to radius. Now students, the radius of the circle is always remaining constant irrespective of the angle theta. Here the angle theta is decreasing, the perpendicular is becoming shorter and shorter, and when the theta reduces to 0, my perpendicular also vanishes. So if I talk about what is the trigonometric ratios at 0 degree, once again let's observe from 90 degree, as the theta is decreasing, you see my red arrow is increasing and my perpendicular is decreasing. As my theta becomes very small, my perpendicular also becomes very small, and my base or the adjacent side x is increasing to the extent that when theta becomes 0, you can see the red line becomes equal to the radius of the circle. And what was radius? Always, if you see, the radius is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. The radius or the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle does not depend upon theta. Whether theta is 0 here, hypotenuse is r. Whether theta is 90 degree, hypotenuse is again r. So students, from here I get to understand that when theta is 0, my perpendicular vanish or my opposite side is not there. And my base or my adjacent side becomes equal to hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always equal to radius. Now, when theta is 0, my adjacent side also becomes equal to radius or hypotenuse. So, now I can say when theta is 0 degree, opposite side, that is perpendicular, becomes 0 and adjacent side becomes equal to r, hypotenuse. So sine 0 is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side becomes 0 by hypotenuse is r is equal to 0. From this, I derive a very important trigonometric ratio, that sine of 0 degree is always 0. At the same time, cos 0 is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always 0. When cos is 0, I have seen when cos is 0, when this theta is 0, there is no theta. So my r, my adjacent side becomes equal to r. You have seen in the GeoGebra software, when the theta was decreasing, the r was increasing. And when theta is decreasing, perpendicular or opposite side was also decreasing, to the extent when theta became equal to 0, opposite side also became 0, leading to sine 0 is equal to 0. Cos 0 is adjacent side by h. Adjacent side at 0 becomes equal to r. H, hypotenuse is always r, is equal to 1. A very important result, that cos 0 is equal to 1. See guys, from this I can also derive what happens when theta is 90 degree. Let's go back to GeoGebra software. I can see, students, as theta is increasing, my perpendicular is increasing to the extent when theta becomes equal to 90 degree, you can see the green line almost, when theta is almost equal to 90 degree, the green line y is almost equal to r, but not exactly equal. But when theta is 90 degree, my y and r coincide. Or you can say my opposite side becomes equal to r. At the same time, students, one more interesting thing is happening. As my theta is increasing, my base, adjacent side, you can see red arrow is decreasing. Red arrow decreases to the extent when theta becomes equal to 0, this arrow becomes very small. Theta is close to 90. You can see the arrow is very small, red arrow. When theta is still very close to 90, red arrow is very small. When theta is 90 degree, the red arrow vanishes. That means adjacent side vanishes when theta is 90 degree. So students, this judgment leads to the finding that when theta is 90 degree, my adjacent side vanishes, or you can say adjacent side becomes 0, and also my opposite side becomes equal to r, or you can say my perpendicular is equal to r. So what will be sine 90 is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side becomes equal to r, and hypotenuse is always r, it becomes 1. And at the same time, students, what about cos 90 is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. My adjacent side at 90 degree vanishes, it becomes 0, by r is equal to 0. So students, this leads me to the finding that cos 90 is 0. Why? Because adjacent side vanished, and sin 90 is 1. See, it's just opposite. Sin 0 is 0 and cos 90 is 0. Cos 0 is 1 and sin 90 is 1, because they are complementary ratios. Students, now let's find out all the trigonometric ratios at angle 45 degree when theta is 45 degree. Let's see students, this is origin, x and y axis. Now let's point, this point let's say is 1, 1. That means abscissa is 1 and ordinate is also 1. Now let's take this point, this is 2, 2. Abscissa and ordinate are same. Same for this and this point. My intuition, little deep understanding will tell me that this angle will be 45 degree. Only for angle 45 degree, my abscissa and ordinate is same. I can say my abscissa is equal to ordinate only for angle 45 degree, which is represented here also. This angle is, this side, adjacent side is A, opposite side is A. Now, for angle 45 degree, when these two are equal, you know, it's a right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. You can prove it other way also. If these two sides are same, angles opposite to them will be same. So sum of these two angles will be 90. So each angle will be 45 degree. Now, what will be the hypotenuse? Applying Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse will be base square plus perpendicular square under root. Well, this is equal to 2a square under root, and this is equal to under root 2a. I will not take minus sign. Why? Because the length is always positive. So my hypotenuse is under root 2a. Now students, for this angle theta equal to 45 degree, I can define sine theta equal to, when theta is 45 degree, the definition of sine theta always remains same, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. Now what is opposite side? A. And what is hypotenuse? Under root 2a. A cancels with A and I get sine 45 as 1 by under root 2. You see students, same will be the result for cos 45 also. Because cos 45 is adjacent side and adjacent side is also A, divided by hypotenuse under root a is also equal to 1 by under root 2. So you can say cos 45 is equal to sine 45 is equal to 1 by under root 2. Once you know cos 45 and sin 45, you can find all other trigonometric ratios, like tan 45 is equal to sine 45 by cos 45, and that will be equal to 1 by under root 2 divided by 1 by under root 2, which is equal to 1. Now cot 45 is reciprocal of tan 45, will also be 1. So students, secant 45 is the reciprocal of cos 45, will be equal to under root 2, which will also be equal to cosecant 45. Why? Because cosecant 45 is the reciprocal of sin 45. So the ratios for 45 degree, all ratios are also clear. Alright students, the last is the trigonometric ratios for 30 degree and 60 degree. How do we find all the ratios for 30 degree and 60 degree? Students, for this we need to draw equilateral triangle. Here AB is equal to AC is equal to BC, all are equal to A units. All the sides of triangle ABC are same, equal to A units. Now students, I draw perpendicular AL perpendicular to BC. AL perpendicular to BC. Now if I see triangle ABC, ABL and triangle ACL. You see students, AL is equal to AL because it is common. Okay? Let's say this angle is 1 and this angle is 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because they are 90 degree, and also the third side AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC by this is given. So actually this AB and AC are also the hypotenuse for triangle ALB and ALC. Apply applying RHS rule, I can say these two triangles are congruent. When these triangles are congruent, that means definitely from this I can say that BL will be equal to LC. Both are by CPCD, that is corresponding pair for the two congruent triangles. As these two triangles are congruent, so their base are also equal, right? Now I also know that every angle of a equilateral triangle, angle B, would be 60 degree. Even angle A and angle C are also equal to 60 degree. Alright students, now if angle B is 60 and these two triangles are congruent, it can easily be proved that this angle is equal to this angle. And hence, this angle will be 30 degree. This angle also 30 degree. So this is 60, 90 and 30 degree, making the sum 180. Right. Now you see students, interesting thing. As these two sides are equal, BL is equal to LC, we have proven. But BC is equal to A, that tells that what? BL will be equal to A by 2. Am I right? Now when BL is equal to A by 2, what will be AL? The opposite side to angle 60 degree. AL, I can easily find out by Pythagoras theorem, would be hypotenuse square minus BL square, that is base square. So hypotenuse is A square and base is A by 2 square, right? This is equal to A square minus A square by 4, and that gives me students, this is equal to under root 3 by 2A. This is a value for AL. I'll write here under root 3 by 2A. The perpendicular, or you can say the opposite side to angle 60 degree. Now what is opposite side to angle 30 degree? That is BL, that is A by 2. So all the sides are defined. I can easily define all the trigonometric ratios for now. First I will define for 60 degree. So students, you see, sine 60 would be equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side for 60 degree is under root 3 by 2A, this divided by A. So A cancels with A. I get a beautiful uh, value that sine 60 is under root 3 by 2. From this I can easily find out cosecant 60 would be equal to reciprocal of this 2 by under root 3. Now guys, what will be cos 60? Cos 60 will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. For 60 degree, what is the adjacent side? That is A by 2. So this is A by 2 by hypotenuse, that is A. So that is equal to A cancels with A, 1 by 2. Alright. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So from this I can easily find out secant 60 will be reciprocal of this 2. Oh, great. Now, once you know sin 60 and cos 60, you can easily find out other trigonometric ratios like tan 60, which is the ratio for sin 60 divided by cos 60. So it will be 2 by, sorry, it will be under root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 would be equal to under root 3. Tan 60 is under root 3, and from this I can find its reciprocal. Cot 60 would be equal to 1 by root 3. So students, see, very easily we have found all the trigonometric ratios for 60 degree. What you need to do, you need to pause the video at regular intervals and understand, rewind it, understand again. Even if you want to understand, even after that, write down your doubts in comments. I will try to answer it. Now, let's define all the trigonometric ratios for 30 degree. Now, students, for 30 degree, what is opposite side? Opposite to this angle, that is A by 2. What is adjacent side? Under root A by 2A. So, define Sine 30 is equal to, definition is opposite side by hypotenuse. One thing students always remember, whenever you write any formula, always write the complete formula instead of just being in a hurry to write down the values. You will make the mistakes very less. Okay. So what is opposite side for angle 30 degree? It is a by 2. A by 2 divided by hypotenuse is always a. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. And see students, sine 30 complementary ratio for sine 30 is cos 60. And cos 60 is also same 1 by 2. Great. Once you can find sine 30, you can also find cosecant 30 will be 2. Now, what will be the value for cos 30 students? Cos 30 is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Now, you have to find adjacent side KD. Which one? For 30 degree. For 30 degree, what is adjacent side? Under root 3 by 2a. Under root 3 by 2a divided by hypotenuse is always a. So we can say cos 30 is under root 3 by 2. Definitely cos 30 will be equal to sine 60. See here, sine 60 is under root 3 by 2. See students, once you know sine 30 and cos 30, you can easily find out tan 30 also, which will be equal to sine 30 by cos 30. So it will be 1 by 2 divided by under root 3 by 2. So we got this is equal to tan 30 is 1 by 2 by under root 3 by 2. 2 cancels with 2. So it will be 1 by root. See students, sine 60 is under root 3. Sine 30 is 1 by under root 3. So from this you can also find out what is cot 30. Would be reciprocal of this would be under root 3. Cot 30 is under root 3. Cot 30 is under root 3. All right. So here we have done all the trigonometric ratios successfully, students. Okay. Tan 30 is here 1 by under root 3, and cot 60 is also 1 by under root 3. They'll be same. Cot 30 is under root 3, it will be equal to tan 30. That will be equal to cot 30 will be equal to tan 60 is also equal to under root 3. So students, all these trigonometric ratios we have defined successfully. There are certain trigonometric ratios which cannot be defined. For example, how will you understand that, students? Now you see, we have understood that this is a right angle triangle, and for this right angle triangle, let's say, when we have understood when theta was 0 degree, what was 0? When theta was 0 degree, sine 0 was 0. Why? Because perpendicular vanished. This perpendicular, as theta decreased, perpendicular decreased and it became 0. Okay? And you see students, one more thing, theta is increasing from 0 degree to 90 degree. The value for sine theta is also increasing. Why? Because opposite side is increasing. And students, when theta is increasing from 0 degree to 90 degree, interestingly, the value for cos theta decreases. Why? Because at 0 degree, this was the base. Theta increases. The base continuously becomes smaller and smaller. And at theta is equal to 90 degree, the base or adjacent side becomes 0. Right, making cos 90 is 0. So sine 0 is 0 and cos 90 is 0. So all the trigonometric ratios in which sine 0 and cos 90 comes in the denominator cannot be defined. They are not defined. You can find it for yourself. Which are the trigonometric ratios which cannot be defined? Like for example, if sine 0 is 0, cosecant 0 cannot be defined because cosecant 0 is 1 by 0, not defined. Early students, cos 90 is 0. So Can anyone tell which trigonometric ratio will not be defined? Can anyone tell?
Secant 90.
Very right, perfect. Secant 90 will not be defined. That's because secant 90 is 1 by cos 90 is 0, not defined. Similarly, students, if you say tan of 90, let's say tan 90 will be sin 90 by cos 90, not defined, right? So there'll be one more trigonometric ratios where sine 0 would be in the denominator. Let's talk about cot 0. So cot 0 is cos 0 by sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. This is also not defined. So guys, this is all about trigonometric ratios. Hope you enjoyed. It completely covers all the trigonometric ratios: 0 degree, 90 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, and 45 degree. So I would request, if you like this video, if this was informative, I humbly request you that knowledge must be spreading. You must share it with, like it. Thank you very much.